And we're back on Get It Girl with a Get It Girl itself. She became the first female TV correspondent for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, reporting out of the United Nations and White House. And most recently, wrote for the Disney Channel, Mira, Royal Detective. Shruthi, how are you?
Hi, I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you here.
Aww.
I was just asking you, how many languages do you speak? Because she's been everywhere. And she's like, well, 3, but I've spoken English in all of them. So I'm like, wait, so how did you start? So can you please tell everyone how you started? Because this is crazy.
Well, honestly, I started when I was like 16 years old, because I think so many of us, when we're young, we have so much passion and energy, and we just want to like explore the world. So when I was 16, I hosted my first show. I worked at the Smithsonian, and it was all because I went and called and just like chased it.
Wow. What was the show about?
Oh, it was a show in Washington, D.C., and it was just interviewing guests. So this is kind of like my first experience being on the other side. It's like reverse Twilight Zone deja vu, so I love it. I'm
Your first interview?
Yeah, I'm always the one interviewing.
But wait, is this the one that you were telling me about? Is that how you got that one?
So yes, then I finished high school, yeah. I went to Johns Hopkins, I went to college, and then like my first job out of college was working for Iran and all these crazy different countries, yeah, as their U.S. correspondent.
And how did you apply for it?
I got it off of a sketchy Craigslist ad.
That's the funniest part.
That's insane.
As we do, yes. And it was funny because at the time I went like 5 hours on a bus to go.
Girl.
I was hungry.
I mean, that is a Get It Girl move.
That's
I mean,
a Get It Girl
move.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, like I joke that like I had people hiding behind, you know, like the bushes to just make sure.
Well, what happened when you got there? Like, I want to know what this meet and greet was like.
It was so fascinating because, you know, I was just 21 and I wanted to be a journalist, like, you know, all of us, and I just didn't want to start in a small town. I had that, you know, big New York dreams coming from like a small Virginia girl. So so I just, you just kind of have to chase those opportunities, make them happen for yourself. We still have to do that.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Everything I've ever gotten is because I've chased after it. So I don't even call it chasing. I just think we're, you know, women are hunters too.
Yes, that is wonderfully put. I feel that is such a testament to what you do.
Yeah.
Is that you say like you're a huntress. You're basically a huntress. You're out there. You've been all over the world doing what you do. What is an amazing memory you have of your experience of doing your career?
Oh my gosh, there's too many. Like, honestly, I just feel like sometimes I'm just trying to be a really good dinner guest and keep you guys entertained for hours. But yeah, no, just working at the United Nations, being 22, and just randomly having access to this kind of institution and seeing like, you know, former presidents like Bill Clinton, just like where you are, and just kind of going up and saying, Mr. President, it's not her.
That is so cool.
So I was just like living out all these like movie moments in real life, and every day meeting different people. I joke like I was running around New York City in heels, going from, you know, the General Assembly to the Westminster Dog Show across town, and then I started to write about it, like wrote TV pilots. And
So talking about that, you said it feels like a movie, but you actually wrote 2 shows now, one for Nickelodeon and one for Disney.
Yeah, I just tried to take my experiences, because sometimes truth is stranger than fiction, as we say, and just like write about what I have seen, because I think, you know, our whole world is 8 billion different eyes. We all see different things. And so I just love to kind of, you know, everything I do, I'm like, well, that's another Shruthiism. That's another, like, I Love Lucy scheming episode of my life. And that's what we all are. We just want to have, like, the most fun adventure, no matter where.
So when you were introducing yourself into these spaces, like the UN and obviously now TV, how have people taken you, or how have people treated you in that type of space?
Well, you know what I think is, I don't think you go after like what you want, you attract what you are.
Wow.
Ooh.
That was beautifully put. Okay.
Wisdom.
Okay, so keep going.
So when you attract what you are, you naturally give off, you know, your signature energy, and whoever is relating, and then you see the gleam in their eyes, and then you know that you're having a moment there. So whenever I go and I pitch or I try, I look for that like connection with people, and being a reporter and being a journalist, as you all, you know, we have so many different aspects we can connect with each other on. So that's kind of wherever I go, I try to find those people like my tribe.
That's amazing.
And I think that's what we all have to do, because like in this life there's 8 billion people, right? Or, you know, and how many are we actually going to connect with? Maybe, you know, a couple thousand, and who are in our daily lives, like a couple hundred. So we just got to treat those people well, make sure we have the same vision and philosophy. And that's what I tell young girls too also, is just know like what are your what are your morals? What are your values in life? Not you know, not to be like so essentially like, you know, good moralistically, but like what are the 3 like idioms that you love? So for me, one of them is live the story you want to tell. So anything I do, I'm always thinking, is this something I want to be found about me, that people will ask about me? Is this part of the story I would like to tell for my life?
That's interesting.
And then you get to do it. You don't have to do it. You get to do it.
Thank you so much for being here, Shruthi. And we're gonna have to take a break real quick, but don't go anywhere, because when we come back, Gia and Mike will get very real and personal about their feelings.